happens is the Jews then sit down and they have publicly a big meal where they say, let's wash our hands and make a Hatil Sidarim, and then they get mercy, and they go back and they say Amen really loud, and then they drink a little schnapps and say L'chaim. This is their way, And meanwhile, when the Jews reached the dessert, the end of the breakfast, because they all brought plenty of food, one of the Chassidim says to the leader, the blonde guy, he says, are we going to let them get away with this? And we're going to be silent the whole time? They give us 10,000 curses, we don't say nothing? Why don't you take these pigs by the neck and break it? You're not that larger Jew. That idiot is talking about Yeshu and Spinoza. We can't just let this happen. And meanwhile, the other guy says, no, let's finish benching and all the rest of it. And after they finish, now he comes to the guy puts it down, stands up, goes over to the Russian. He walks over to the Russian nose to nose. The him is a growth and go like this, which is 10 times bigger than the Russians. And the Russian turns white with fear. He's not the type of Jew that how you really show us a big lefo. And the Jew says, you hate us? And the Russian goes, yes. However, the Jew says, you think we love you? And we can't stand you. You want to know what we really think of you? I think you're like a pig. We're doing a big lefo ourselves, and he said, I consider you a pig like that. He gives us a hard banger, he almost cracked the wood. The Russian was scared. And the Russian says to himself, the Russian gets up and says to the other guys, let's get at it, these dudes are going nuts. It's not what you think the end of the encounter is. They all run out of the wagon. In 15 minutes comes the conductor. He takes the tickets. He looks at the Jews and he says, these guys, you chase them into the first class section. You know why? Normal people can't stand to be around Jews. He has no idea what happened. You know what I mean? But the Das Abris can stand with you. And then they go over and I'll skip for this time. And then they let the luncher have it. You idiot, what you told them that for? And so on and so forth. The train becomes a site of encountering the other and discovering who you are. And this is in Tsarist Russia, but everybody thinks in Tsarist Russia, it's the Kazakh with the whip on the one, it's the cowering Jew on the other. Not true. Okay? They were still law and order, and apparently there's enough free speech that you want to mess with me, I'll mess with you, let's go. They don't like to hear that. You see? They like the coward. Once you stand up to a bully, then they run away. And so you have Sigmund Freud, you have Bernard, you have Rabbi Maza. The fourth of these, basically the last, is a story from the Second World War. My mother, I mentioned it last year, but in passing, in 1944, when she was semi in hiding. She was, that's Usher Bookwalter's granddaughter just got married. She was in it. That's the last picture I have of my mother. She was last year. She took with Leah Rivka. In 1944, my mother still had legal papers. So the Germans had not yet occupied Slovakia. So it was a fascist country allied with Germany, but wasn't occupied by the German army. And therefore Jews, if you knew the right protexia, were able to get positions in which they were allowed to live and work, and she was an executive secretary in a war factory, and therefore she had the right to work and earn a living and things of this nature, but you have to wear the yellow star. On the other hand, she doesn't like to wear the yellow star. It's a degrading badge. But the Germans say you got to wear it. And so when she's in the Jewish neighborhood, where she lived in Bratislava and Pressburg, you wear it. And when she goes out to work on the train and back, the tram, what do you call it, the